I have Legos in my office, and I have a Lego calendar, and so every morning I get to come into my office and I open one up and I get to build a Lego. That's how I start my day every day. So even when you grow up and you're the mayor, you get to play with Legos. Yep.
Good morning, Kent. It's our 7th annual Shop with a Cop. Excited to be back out here with Mayor Ralph. 7th year in a row. 2020's looked a little different this year, but we've still somehow made it work.
So yeah, 2020, oh my goodness. We've got 25 kids that are shopping here today that we're pairing up with an officer. And we've got 10 kids that we're planning on coming, but because of 2020, they're in quarantine. We figured out there's got to be a way to do this. We had them make lists, and we've got our shoppers shopping for those lists, and we get to go deliver those today. So 35 kids in our community are going to have a brighter Christmas because of all of you that have stepped up and donated and been a part of this year after year. Want to say a huge thank you to Kent Youth and Family Services. That's our partner in this, and that's where we find our kids, and all of our donors. Target opens up early for us to come, and our police officers. Most of them are just getting off shift, but this is important enough to them to take another extra hour or so and put a smile on a kid's face.
All right, well, I heard Santa Claus has a surprise for us, so Santa, here's to you.
Ho, ho, ho! 'Twas the weeks before Christmas, when all through Kent, some children needed gifts, and money needed to be spent. People had graciously helped and donated with care, in confidence that the Kent Police Department sure would be there. The children were all gathered by KYFS, while visions of gifts danced in their heads. The mayor and chief, busy on the 2nd floor, were all making plans to meet up at the store. Ho ho ho! When out of the window there arose such a clatter, they sprang from their desks to see what's the matter. Away to the window, they both flew like flare, tore open the shades, and looked to see what was there. The sun in the sky, which they didn't even know, gave a slight glare to the objects below, when what to their wondering eyes would appear, such a bunch of Kent officers and their reindeer? With smiles on their faces so lively and quick, they knew they needed to help old Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, these heroes they came. The chief whistled and shouted and called them by name. He called day shift, night shift, the swing shift team too. He said, year after year, you all know what to do. To the top of the hill, to the top of the mall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. With loud sirens and lights, the officers left East Hill. Together took flight. Each officer laid out a plan with care, knowing that soon the kids would be there. Ho ho! And then, in a twinkling, I heard the radio squeal, the answers and chattering of each little deal. As the kids gathered and were turning around, all the Kent officers arrived at Target with a bound. Dressed in dark blue from their heads to their feet, the uniforms were all tidy and neat. A bundle of toys awaited inside as their hearts beamed gladly with pride. Their eyes, how they twinkled, their smiles, how merry. Their cheeks were like roses, their nose like a cherry. Their little mouths were all drawn up like a bow, and they were all geared up and ready to go. With a wink of their eye and a tilt of their head, all the kids recognized the opportunity ahead. They may not chatter much of a word, but will straighten their badge and get straight to their work, filling the list, not missing a perk. Ho ho! A day they look forward to all year, making the children laugh and filling their hearts with cheer. When they are done and each child is grateful, the officers realize their encounter was fateful. And away they will go, the heroes without fame, the men and women who eagerly came. It is clear to the children as they drift out of sight, they have made a happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Ho 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
So just want to thank the Kent Police Department for doing this year after year with us. You've been such a great partner, and obviously we couldn't do it without you.
And I want to say thank you to all of our officers and families that show up here really early. For a lot of them, they're coming off an all-night shift, or it's families that have gotten up very early to come today to make sure that our community knows how much our police officers here in Kent love them. Super grateful. I will tell you, I was at the line, and the number of smiling faces and happy kids and smiling officers and families, it's a sight to behold. We're super grateful. Cannot wait until next year. We're going to be back outside of COVID. I've laid down a challenge. I want to do 75 shoppers and officers next year. So you heard it here first.
All right, year 7 in the books. We'll see you for year 8.
Oh, Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho.